native people, the native white people in this country, are told how crap they are all the time, how they're racist, and the Southport thing is now a very, very clear example. They were, they attributed this to the fact this was related to immigrants, to Muslims or whatever, to Islam. They were called racist for it. They were thrown in prison. We've seen all that going on. So the native people, a lot of them who are generating the tax and the money to subsidise the immigrants, are treated like dirt by this government.
That's how, and it's not just this government. It's been going on for decades, but that's how it seems.
Yeah.
That's how it feels.
Yeah.
It feels like we're being treated like second-class citizens.
Yeah.
And when he talks about the Southport riot, we need to remember all the misinformation was by foreigners and people who weren't white English, because they've been arrested.
Yeah.
The guy got arrested in Pakistan. Someone's got arrested here and charged because they're the ones who are inciting the racial hatred. So even when idiots, white English idiots, do commit violence, well, they were pushed into it by foreigners, by spreading misinformation online.
Yeah. And the reason I'm kind of despairing is because I'm not sure what our route out. To me, it's now becoming, speaking to people like you, just reading the news, being interested in this, it's now becoming very patently clear to me what the problem is. And also, I think relatively easy to find out what the solution is to these things as well. But there's nobody there to protect us, to do this for us. Tommy Robinson, who you and I have talked about before, labelled, I mean, if you read them, Wikipedia, the mainstream, he's called a right-wing, extreme right-wing fascist, or whatever he's called. He's just been put in jail for 18 months now. So the people are champions. And there was a march in London on Saturday, wasn't there? Quite a lot of people. I didn't go, unfortunately, but quite a lot of people went to that. Meant to be led by Tommy Robinson, but he was obviously in jail. So our champions are being arrested and imprisoned as well, aren't they, in all this?
I don't think Tony Robinson is going to lead us into a better tomorrow. I've not got a problem with Tommy Robinson. I've never found one thing he said to be racist. Yeah. If someone can find something, send it to us, because I'd love to find out, because I've never heard one thing he said that's racist. I wouldn't despair if I was you. This is what I was predicting last year when I was saying I want the Labour government, I want Labour to win the election, because they're going to take us to rock bottom quicker. And it's only when we hit rock bottom will we find the leader we need who will lead us back into salvation, into the promised land. And we've not hit rock bottom yet. They've only been in power 100 days. They've made a mess of it, and more of a mess than I ever imagined in 100 days. But we need to wait for the budget. We need the budget to ripple through the economy, and the economy to do worse. We need unemployment to start rising. We need all these problems start hitting us. And then the average person on the street will go, oh, I didn't sign up for any of this, what's going on? At that point then, the Tories, the two leadership contestants at the moment are both waste of space as far as I'm concerned. But they'll fail because they're not saying the things that people want to hear, apart from generic, but I'm not sure if anyone believes him. But the leader that comes after him may be the leader, or Reform may do really well at the county elections in May, so maybe it'll be Reform, I don't know. But this is all what I predicted and what I hope would happen. We need to hit rock bottom, and we need to get there as quick as possible so we can rebuild and get out of it. Otherwise, if it's not a fast decline, it's just another replica of the last 30 year slow decline that no one notices. We need a rapid decline where it wakes everybody up. So I'm not despondent. I knew this would be the case.
You think things will get worse faster?
And I want it to get worse. I want it to get worse faster, because it's the only way to save the country. Otherwise, we're that frog in that boiling water, not getting out because it happened to get heated slowly.
I mean, things certainly do seem to have accelerated. My view was, with all this happening, people would start to wake up, but they still haven't woken up.
They are.
More than, I think you're right, more than they
More
have.
People are beginning to wake up. It just happens slowly. When we hit change, when we hit the tipping point, change will come very quickly. And we don't know what that tipping point is. So the tipping point could be, the budget. You know, we could look, it's great with hindsight when you look back in history going, oh, of course that was going to change the world. Of course killing the Archduke Ferdinand was going to start a war.
Yeah.
Of course, but when you're living through it, you don't know anything when you're living through it.
Yeah.
So
it's a good point.
So we don't know what's going to change this. But for some comfort, look across the channel to Europe. You know, they're changing their policies. They're closing their borders. Some of the northern European countries are deporting migrants that we can't deport. Deporting people to Afghanistan. We can't deport child rapists to Afghanistan. Sweden is and Germany are.
Yeah.
So these countries, are doing it. So all we need to do it now is the right leader.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is. I don't know what party they're going to be in. And I'm not sure when they're going to hit the stage. But they're on the way.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy that video? I think you did. Come on now, hit that bell, subscribe, comment. Let's build this channel. I need more followers. I need more subscribers. Be part of the journey. See you soon.